Now listening to the Blind and Ginger podcast.
I may have watched live on TV.
Yeah.
That's a funny thing when people say, "Oh, I watched it live."
But I think now
Like
because
they
of
were-
social media, if you are watching it live, it's basically the same as like being there. 'Cause
No, but you
everyone's
say-
tweeting about it.
Like I've caught myself saying, "Oh, I watched that thing live," and people are like, "We there? We there?"
Yeah, I've done that too.
I'm like, "No, I watched it live on the TV.
Yeah,
It was
that's
live."
what it is. That's what the whole point of live TV is.
Yeah, and then they get cut.
It's
You're
the whole
like,
marketing behind it.
Yeah, I was watched it live. I watched Dortmund play, Borussia Dortmund play Real Madrid in the Champions League in 2013, the year we made the final.
Yeah.
And when we scored 4 goals against them at Hull.
That was the year I started following football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What a year.
Great, yeah.
That was a hectic
Yeah.
era of football. That was so cool. Like
Yeah.
when I was watching Gareth Bale highlights today. When he
Oh.
used to play for Tottenham.
Oh, yeah.
Like the year before he left to Real Madrid. When he was just like, "Oh, I'm 50 yards out. I'll just push it onto my left foot and whip it in."
Dude, I remember like every Monday he'd be on the school bus like, oh, he scored another banger.
Yeah.
He scored another goal of the year.
Yeah, and it was just like free kick was basically just to flip the coin, like if he scored or not. Yeah, that was an epic.
Do you remember that like 10-week stretch when Kevin Prince Boateng just kept scoring worldies?
For AC.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he scored that one against Barca in the Champions League where it like chipped. It like came to him the edge of the 18. He like did like the Zidane Karate Kid jump in the air.
So good, bro.
Took it down, and then he did like this back heel touch to go with his right leg. His right foot was touching the ball, and it went around the outside of his left foot. And then he ran around the ball and just drilled it reverse curl into the bottom right corner.
So
It was
good.
like the three of the best touches sequentially ever. So cool.
And then he just fell off after that season.
Yeah, who did he play? Did he play for Barca at one point?
Yeah, he did. He had a great career,
Yeah.
but like
He retired recently.
that season was just insane.
Yeah, that was the same year Alexandra Pato and like Ibrahimovic were at AC as well.
Yeah,
That was a cool era.
Pato. Dude, have you seen like the shit he's been saying in the media?
No? Did he say like real racist stuff or something?
No.
Oh, damn.
He's just a baller.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I probably could have been as good as Ronaldo and Messi, but I just wanted to enjoy my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because what?
He's like, I didn't train. I'll just go out and party. I don't care. He's like, it's my job. Pays well.
Okay, fair enough.
I think that's pretty epic.
Yeah.
I also think it could be like an excuse for not being great.
Yeah, it's
like,
probably a bit of a cop-out.
yeah, but if
Because he was a great player when he was really young.
if it's earnest, that's pretty sick. Just like, no, I'm just gonna chill, enjoy.
Yeah,
life.
but I wonder if he would regret it like even later in life.
Maybe he was a beast though.
Yeah,
He
when he
was so
scored
good.
against Barcelona in the first minute,
Yeah,
when he just got the ball at halfway line, and they had a really high line. He just kicked it like 15 meters, then sprinted after it, took a touch, and then nutmegged the goalkeeper.
yeah, man, he was a beast. Do you know what I was watching?
What?
I just watched both of these back to back like the other day.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Oh,
It's a joke.
Didier Drogba for Chelsea.
Yeah, and then RVP for Arsenal.
Oh, when he got red carded.
Yeah, for kicking the ball. And that's so funny.
Was that a straight red?
No, it was a second yellow.
Oh, okay.
But the Dutch have such like a bitchy accent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
When he's getting angry, he just sounds like a kid, like having a sook. It's like, how can I hear the whistle? How can I hear the
How
whistle?
can they hear it? Whatever the Dutch accent is.
And because his face is so like long, he can't be like stern.
Yeah, it's hard to be like a serious horse,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
As well though, what a player.
RVP. He used to run with like, I think I told you this one time. He used to run like with his hands by his side, like when he would hit a volley or something.
Yeah.
And I'd play soccer with my brother and he'd like pretend to be him and like put his hands by his side.
Do you think there's any kids that pretend to be Sterling? Do the
Oh, there's a lot on our area. I don't think they play soccer, but
yeah.
they definitely run like him.
Yeah. They
Or
love
dance
clubbing
like
on
him.
a Thursday night. those
Yeah,
guys.
they do. Man, there's a lot of satanic streets in Melbourne.
Oh, here we go.
Let me tell you. No, there is. There is, bro.
5 minutes. 5 minutes it took.
And I mentioned the enemy. Gotta be on guard, bro.
Do you know that girl I just got in the elevator with?
Yeah.
It was so awkward.
What is that?
I parked where she was walking by.
Oh, wow.
So I walked like 200 meters behind her
Oh, okay.
and then got in the same building,
Yeah.
then waited for her to open the door, then went in.
Yeah. Did she
Then-
see you buzz the thing? Buzz
I
my
did that
apartment?
just to give her like some peace of mind.
Oh, okay.
I didn't need to because the door was open.
Yeah.
By a buzz, tell her like I'm here to see someone.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
all right.
But then, dude, still like she's waiting for the lift. I'm waiting for the lift.
Yeah.
And there's a lady on the phone downstairs, and she's just complaining about her boyfriend. Or she's like,
Yeah.
he's just what did she say? I just listened to it. She's like,
Should we go down and ask her? Or?
He's just afraid of commitment. He just can't commit. And then we get in the lift
Yeah.
and both press the same floor. So I'm like, Jesus, I got to
Here
break
we
the
go.
tension. And I
Yeah.
just go, I am as well. Yeah.
What did you say?
Like she's going, he's afraid of commitment. I was like,
Oh,
I am as well. You know, like
they get a reaction out of it?
no.
She's probably like, oh wow, this rapist isn't afraid.
Yeah.
He's afraid of commitment.
And then we got out and walked the same way. Lucky your apartment was before hers. Thank God.
Yeah, yeah, far out.
That happens a lot though. Like once I was leaving here, and
Yeah.
as I was walking to the elevator, it was open, and there's a girl in there in just a towel,
Okay.
and she holds the door for me,
Yeah.
and I go thanks, and then I just saw her face just go like, oh no, that was a mistake,
Oh,
and then I just had to sit in the elevator like how do I not look like a rapist right now?
can you like completely 180 turn like not face her at all?
just face the wall of the
I
elevator.
did that at the gym today because I'm
Really?
like, I'm trying not to like lust after women.
That's insane.
So yeah, I was at the gym, and I got up off the machine I was using, and I just glanced up, and there was like, you know how women dress at the gym, so there's just like women standing there, and I was just like, I'm just gonna completely take out the possibility of looking at her, so I just turned around 180
Yeah,
for
that's
no reason.
an insane thing to do.
Is it crazy?
You're insane. Yes.
I don't think that's crazy,
Yeah.
because then I was real dialed in for my next set, and I was just thinking about my muscles contracting. You know what I mean?
So you're lusting for yourself. That's pride, isn't it?
No, that's not lusting. No, I was focused on the next set.
Because you had pride. You had pride in your ability at the gym.
No, I wouldn't say it was pride. I just wanted to put in like my best effort.
Sounded like pride to me.
No, pride would be me going, I don't even want to look at this woman because I'm the best thing ever. And why would I even look at her when I can look at me in the mirror?
That'd be sick though. That'd be a sick mindset. I can support
Sigma grind set, pride
Yeah.
set.
that. Yeah, bro.
Sigma pride set.
Sigma pride set. Bro.
Wait,
Good
are they going to start Humble Month? Like to counteract Pride Month?
humble month.
I'm thinking about starting that hashtag next year.
Humble month.
The Humble Month.
What would the celebrations look like in humble month?
Just people reading their Bibles, just going to church. I don't know. Yeah, because it has to be like counteractive to pride. I guess you wouldn't be. I don't know. We'd need our own flag as well.
There's not a Christian flag?
Nah.
Oh,
No,
you got-
there
you-
isn't.
Yeah, you have a book. You got a Bible. It's Jesus. Jesus on the cross is your flag.
Yeah, I've been watching. I guess he's the symbol. I guess the cross is the symbol. But even then, I feel like the cross a lot of the times like turns into idolatry sort of thing. I don't think it inherently is, but I think a lot of the time it can be. Know what I mean?
No.
So the second commandment is you shall not have. I think it's any graven image, which is basically like a false idol.
Right.
So like in the Bible, when the Moses is up on Mount Sinai getting the law from God, the Israelites, a lot of them are like, they make this golden calf who's like and then they start worshipping it, which is like a
Yeah.
false idol. So a lot of times, like Yeah, I just feel like, people like will worship pictures, or like a lot of pictures of Jesus kind of get a lot of idolatry sort of thing, when, really it's not even what it's about. Like, it should just be about God, rather than like, praying to a picture of Jesus. You know what I mean?
But isn't Jesus the symbolism of the Holy Spirit?
Yeah, he is, but I don't know. Like a lot of images of like Jesus didn't have long hair. He didn't. The custom of the day, and he was a Nazarite, and the custom of Nazarite men was to have short hair, and in the Bible, Jesus isn't like easily identified in a crowd, so that means he would have had, the same type of hair as all the other men.
Then why is he depicted with long hair?
I don't know. I think that's like a Catholic thing. Like, that was sort of just picked up in the last 1,000 years or something like that. Because there's nothing in the Bible that actually said he had long hair.
But is there anything that says he has short hair?
No, but it said he had.
So it's open to interpretation.
Well, no, I'd say the Bible more points to, like, from what I just said there, the fact that Nazarite man had shorter hair, and that, you couldn't pick him out in a crowd sort of thing.
But it's still not outright stated.
Yeah, but that's more...
It leaves it up to your imagination.
Yeah, but what I just said there, that's more evidence that he had short hair than anything in the Bible that said he had long hair, because there's nothing in the Bible that points to him having long hair, as far as I know.
But it's not confirmed.
Well, no, but it's just... I don't know, I feel like a lot of pictures of Jesus are like effeminate, when he wasn't like an effeminate, he was like a man's man.
Yeah, but it's not confirmed that he had short hair though. The Bible doesn't confirm that his hair's short at any point.
No, but it says he was...
So you kind of have to read it and make up your own mind based on the information given to you.
Well, it's not super important, like whether you had long hair or short hair, but I just...
He's a deity. This is why the Muslims got it right. They were just like, you can't look at Muhammad.
Well, you can't look at him because he's dead.
No, you can't depict him though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think we should really be depicting Jesus.
But what I'm saying
Yes.
is, does the Bible confirm or deny short hair in stone?
I don't know. I'm still getting through the Bible, so I don't really know.
Leads you to believe.
Yeah.
And then you can interpret that how you wish.
No, well, it says that he had, the customary hair of like a Nazarite.
Yeah.
Which is short hair.
Which is information. It doesn't say that. It says you can't make him out of a crowd. So you are left to infer as the reader.
Yeah, but
that, let me finish.
Yeah.
As the reader, you're left to infer that he can't be picked out of a crowd.
Yes.
He most likely had short hair because that was the customary hairstyle in Nazarite.
Yes.
That's your train of logic.
Yes.
And the Bible leaves it up to you to infer.
Well, it's kind of logical.
Yeah, so...
Because if he had long hair that was different to everyone, you'd be able to pick him out of a crowd.
But my point is you have to come to your own conclusion.
Yeah, but it's like a pretty logical conclusion that he had short hair based off that information.
Well, if it's such a logical conclusion, why is he depicted with long hair all the time?
Well, I'm saying that's a false... I think that's a false
This
depiction.
might be a problem with the Bible in its entirety, is it's left up to you to make your own inference, which may have been lost over time.
Yeah, but it's not lost over time because the Bible never said he had long hair. So what I'm saying is that depictions of him having long hair are non-biblical.
I'm using this as a metaphor for everything in the Bible.
But I'm critiquing a depiction of him that is non-biblical.
But the thing is,
yes,
the Bible itself doesn't prove that he had long hair or short hair. So
but it kind of does. It's pretty logical.
Any depiction of him would be non-biblical technically.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that we probably shouldn't be depicting it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. But I'm using this
Yeah.
little thing as an example for how maybe the Bible in its entirety can be easily misinterpreted. And maybe some of the lessons from certain religions, whether that's Christianity, Catholicism, blah, 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 all started off misinterpretations. This is if the Bible's real. This is assuming the Bible's real. True.
Yes.
God's word. It is possible things were inferred incorrectly, and then that information was then relayed. And then now people are going through life believing something.
Yeah, but
that
that's
the
their fault.
original
That's not the
interpretation was
Bible's
wrong.
fault.
What do you mean it's not the Bible's fault?
Because the Bible hasn't changed. God's word hasn't changed.
And don't you think that's an issue? Due to new information that's come alight about the world that's disproven some of the stuff in the Bible?
What's been disproved in the Bible?
Evolution, for one.
We're going down that route again, bro.
Evolution, for one. Humans living to 800?
Yeah. What about it?
No, there's no way.
How do you know?
Because
How do you know?
humans have never lived that long. There's never been fossils.
How do you know that?
There's never been fossils found
Yeah.
of humans living to 800.
They found giant skeletons.
Giant skeletons.
Yeah, they found giant skeletons.
Yeah, okay, giants might have been real. I'll concede that.
But
They
that
found
proves the
giant
Bible
skeletons.
true because the Bible says that there were giants in the earth in those days. In
Or
Genesis.
maybe the people writing the Bible were just like, there's giants now, we'll write it in here.
Yeah, because they were giants.
Yeah, but that could be true whether there... even if it's not the Bible, that could still be true that there was giants.
But
One
evolution
thing,
doesn't say that.
one thing doesn't
That goes
prove
against
the entire
evolution.
Bible.
But that goes against evolution.
But that might be gaps in the knowledge of evolution. Evolutionists...
No, that's a complete contradiction to evolution.
No, it's
Evolution says we came from monkeys that were walked on all fours, and then we gradually stood up.
Yeah, but if evolutionist scientists
And evolution says we're getting better.
ever discovered giants,
Yeah.
they would be like, how did this get here? Where
No,
did we go
they
wrong?
have, but every time they find them, the Smithsonian gets a hold of them, then they magically lose them. Legit, that happens all the time.
Really?
Yeah, there was a bunch of, it was like either 8 or 9 foot skeletons found in Colorado or somewhere in like the Wild West type area in the United States. I think they found them maybe in the 30s or the 40s, sometime like within the last 100 years, something like that. And they said they found them, but then they were mysteriously lost to time
Okay,
after they were discovered.
I'm going to look into that because that sounds interesting.
It's very
that
interesting.
sounds like an interesting hole to go down.
And if you look, you know how like if you look up information and then it gets fact checked, like
Yeah.
on the internet. If you try to look up giant skeletons, they fact check it. That just makes me suspicious. Anytime something's getting fact checked on the internet now, I just go. It doesn't automatically confirm it to be true to me, but I just go, why are they trying to block that information?
But everything gets fact checked. You'll post a sketch on Instagram and they'll fact check it.
Yeah, that's not good.
I got fact checked for saying Anthony was a woman abuser.
It's not good, bro.
I'm not saying it is.
It's the internet's version of burning books.
Right.
They're blocking information, censoring. When is blocking free speech ever good? When is it ever good?
But wait,
Yeah.
blocking false information
Yes.
is a good thing.
But
false-
who,
yes,
but
but
who's
the
deeming it false?
The argument as to whether the actual information itself is correct. But if it was taken at face value,
Yeah.
blocking false information is the correct thing to do.
But who's blocking it?
So we don't know.
Yeah, it's like the main one's Reuters, which is like a CIA. They're a what's it called? Media company that's run by the CIA.
Right.
So like if whoever's blocking information, even if they say that they don't have an agenda, everyone's got an agenda.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone does. I have an agenda, you have an agenda, everyone has an agenda. So for us to block information,
I don't have an agenda. That's why everyone calls me Anthony No Agenda.
they do call you that.
Yeah.
They call No Agenda Anthony, yeah. True.
It's my nickname around here. But
Yeah. That's been for 20 years
yeah.
around these parts.
Yeah.
This side of the Murray-Darling Basin.
Yeah. Which is crazy considering, I moved to this side of town when I was like 7. So
Yeah, and you just everyone was like, wow, that guy's really doesn't have like a motive for
So
like an
that-
ulterior motive.
it's gonna be on my tombstone.
They call him no ulterior motive Anthony.
No ulterior motive, Anthony. Yeah, I have heard that floated.
Yeah.
They'll be like, at my funeral, whoever's giving the eulogy, be like, anyone who knows Anthony knew he had no agenda.
No agenda Negro.
Wait,
good podcast, that one.
You need to make it an alliteration. What's an N?
No
No nuance Negro.
No. Well, no agenda Anthony Negro. That's already, you got NN, you got 2 N's and 2 A's.
Yeah, it's inferred.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. Look, bro, look.
Agenda non grata Anthony Negro.
Call it God, call it fate, whatever you want, but that's proof of something right there.
Definitely. But yeah, I just don't think any censoring is ever conducive to anything good ultimately. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, whose decision is it to censor? Because no one's ever going to be... even if you block, say, 99% of false information, what about the 1% of stuff that you block which could be harmful?
Yeah. Well, this is basically like the death sentence argument.
What's that?
Like, whether there should or shouldn't be capital punishment. It's like, yeah, like there should be, because the correct thing is for like pedophiles and rapists to die.
Yes.
But then when you do that, you run the risk of innocent people being convicted. And
True.
killed. It's kind of the same argument.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's interesting.
it is. But then I guess, like, you're still putting a person... Like, if you convict someone who's not guilty of something and you give them life, like, you still just gave them life in prison.
Yeah, but think about how fun prison would be.
Yeah, it does. It does actually doesn't. Yeah, it could be fun if you were running it.
Yeah, if you were running it.
Would you do it right in prison?
No, I'd
Well,
get
yeah.
raped instantly.
Yeah, yeah, you would, bro.
I would not.
You would.
I'll not
bro.
last a day.
Yeah. Oh no, you're pretty funny, bro.
That's my only
That
hope.
definitely
That's
helps.
my only hope.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I feel like I just do something dumb.
What? Does Australia have like a racial prison gangs?
Yeah, are you going?
They do, right?
Are you going black or white supremacist?
I can't be white. I can't be black, dude.
If you had to join the blacks or the whites in prison,
They're not gonna. The blacks aren't gonna take me. Oh,
yes,
maybe they would
might.
actually.
Yeah,
All the blacks in the comedy scene take me in.
blacks are awesome. Black people are the best.
No, but that's not the issue. It's the issue if they want me.
They'll want you.
I want to be in the blacks. In with the blacks.
Black people appreciate funny more than anything else.
True. And I know a decent amount about working out.
Yeah,
I think that helps in prison.
and you used to love Gucci Mane.
True. And I can cook.
Yeah,
Dude, have you seen those videos of people like prison cooking?
I've seen the ones where
You
they make
seen
like the ramen with the Cheeto dust and all
Yeah,
that
and they
shit.
like they'll somehow get they'll turn their bed, which is like made out of metal, into like a hot plate.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They hook up like a car battery to a lighter.
They'll make like a cheese toasty. Yeah.
That actually, and you spend like 6 hours making
You got nothing else to do.
making a ramen.
Nothing else to do.
Slow cooking a 2-minute noodle.
Dude, in The Sopranos, every time one of them gets out of jail, oh, I need me a woman. Every time.
They need a woman
Yeah.
like to cook or what?
To fuck.
Oh,
To have intercourse with.
yeah,
Oh, do you want to hear how that gay storyline ended?
from The Sopranos?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So just give the viewers a little update. From,
There's a gay character in The Sopranos.
yeah.
It comes out that he's a capo in the mafia, which is like a leader.
Kappa's like a captain, right?
Yeah, he's a capo.
What's the full Italian word?
I
Kappa.
actually don't know.
I remember reading a book about like the Renaissance wars in Italy in like the 1400s and stuff. Pretty interesting. They were all most of the military generals like from Milan and like
Yeah.
Turin and stuff. They were most of them were like mercenaries.
Yeah, but Italy's the best.
Pretty crazy. There was one English mercenary in like the 1300s.
Yeah.
Just some bloke who probably looked like me. Just you right, Italy.
Is that the guy that Is that the guy that was sent as a convict to Australia and escaped? That dude? Thomas Marr?
Thomas Marr.
You know Thomas Marr?
Nah.
You got to read about Thomas Marr, dude.
What? He came here as a convict and escaped.
Yeah, dude, he's like a G. He's the G. He's the guy.
What's his story?
He's Irish.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna butcher it.
Okay.
You just gotta read it, bro. Just gotta read it.
There's kind of like urban legend in my family that on my dad's side, whoever it was, like my great grandfather or something, came here on the boats, but he wasn't a criminal. He was working on the boats.
Right.
Like he was like a sailor or something. And then when he got to Australia, he was like, "Oh, it's pretty good here. I think I'll just ditch and not go back."
Fair enough.
That's the urban legend. Whether that actually happened.
What a good decision that would have turned out to be too. Then you get the
Woo.
gold rush like 20 minutes later.
Thank you. No, they weren't in. They were in New South Wales. So, but they
right.
would have got like prime farming land,
Yeah.
probably. Maybe, I don't know.
Dude, even the convicts like had it pretty good. They got like a 7x7 hut.
Yeah,
Was it
I
theirs?
think they weren't. What were they? Indentured service for like 6 or 7 or 8 years, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're essentially a slave.
But they were mostly just sent there because of overpopulation. They were looking for any excuse to send people there.
Was that okay?
What I'm trying to say is,
Yeah.
when Australia was invaded, no one really suffered. No people.
Oh, it was just. I mean, and we should just all say no to the voice
Yes.
and. That's an interesting one, the voice. I saw a Indigenous bloke. He was at I was watching on TikTok today. He was like down at the Yes march, and he's like, "Look around here. There's no Indigenous people." So it's gonna be interesting, bro. It's gonna ramp up.
I don't think it even matters.
Well,
I don't think politics matters. I think it's all a farce.
you don't think? I think it matters because most of the big corporations, like the big mining companies and stuff, are backing the yes vote. I just think there must be something in it for them.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I
That's a
mean?
good point.
Like, because it'll basically be, from what I know, and that there isn't that much information. It'll basically just be like an external committee in the parliament. So they're gonna be like the easiest people to bribe.
What?
I don't know how many.
The Indigenous.
Well, it's the elite of the Indigenous which will be in like the voice
Yeah.
to parliament. So that they'll probably like. I'm assuming they'll be easy to bribe
Why would they be easy to bribe?
because they're like there won't be that many of them in there. I don't think.
But every politician gets bribed. So
That's what I'm saying.
Would make them worse than any other politician.
Yeah, but that I don't know because they don't have to get elected. I think they just get. I don't even know. That's the thing. That just makes me kind of apprehensive to
Fair enough.
vote. Yeah. Do you have like a decision if you had to vote today?
If I had to vote,
Yeah, if you would vote yes or no.
yeah, I've always decided when I don't care about something, I'm just going to vote yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Because I figure if I don't care, the result doesn't matter to me at all as a person.
Yeah,
I may as well just vote yes and let them get what they want.
but who's getting what they want?
The Indigenes.
But I don't even think they're getting what they want, bro.
I'm sure whoever's the one that's going to be the voice cares because they're about to get paid.
Yeah, but I think that'll be. Again, I think it'll just be like a small section of them.
I don't know. We spend a lot of time in uni learning about how like fucked over they are as a community.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. So
Yeah, I just don't know if this is like the solution.
look, I'm not smart enough to really have an opinion.
I'm not really. I don't know. It just just when like I don't know, a mining company that like blows up sections of the outback to get coal is like, yeah, we support this issue. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, my thinking behind everything is any decision anyone ever makes is because of money.
Not
So,
every decision.
I'd say almost always.
Most of them. Well, most of them now because
It's always it's always everyone's no one No one's doing what they think is right. They're just doing what's going to benefit them the best.
There's some people out there doing what they think is right.
Yeah, but they don't have the Stugats to make it all the way to the top.
I don't know if the Stugats. It's a funny word. Unless you're Donald J. Trump.
I don't think that's a great example of the point you're trying to make.
There's like a few people. The only people that can do it legit are sports people.
Yes.
Like boxers or like Tyson Fury. That guy should be a king. If this is 1,000 years ago, he should be the king of England.
Yes.
If you can box a man and you're like the biggest heavyweight in the world and you can like piece up a guy over 12 rounds, knock him out, you should be the king.
If you lose in the UFC, what happens? You just kind of concede to the other guy. You know when you're playing a sport,
Yeah.
like you're playing soccer or basketball or something,
Yeah.
and you beat your mate,
Yeah.
and then your mate pulls up, well, I'd kill you in a fight.
Yeah.
You can't do that in fighting because you just fought.
There's some people who've been knocked out and they're so knocked out that they didn't know that they got knocked out.
Yeah.
There was one guy who fought Gray Maynard. This is like 15 years ago. He literally got knocked out. Like he
Yeah.
was out. He was knocked out. And they were interviewing them. And the guy's like, Rogan was like, oh, how bad were you hurt? He's like, I wasn't knocked out. And they show a replay of the guy getting knocked out. He's like, I wasn't knocked out. Because he was it's pretty bad. A lot of people are like sore losers and stuff, but most of them are just conceded. Because, you got, especially like submissions.
Yeah, you can't. There's no...
What was the guy going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was one fight, this funny Brazilian guy, he learned English playing COD.
Yeah.
So he just like swears like a sailor. It's funny how this guy, Renato Moicano, he choked out this guy in like a minute. And he was still kind of aggressive towards him after the fight. And they're like standing there waiting for the decision. And he's like, I want to fight more. I want to fight more. And the other guy was like, well, you shouldn't have submitted me then. Should have let me go.
Do you know the best thing about submissions in the UFC is?
What?
Is all the armchair experts like, I wouldn't have tapped.
Wouldn't have tapped to
I
that.
wouldn't have tapped.
Would have let my jaw get broken.
Yeah. Like when Khabib tapped McGregor.
Oh, bro, that was the worst one because
I knew a dude that was like, bro, I would rather have died in the ring than tapped, personally.
that was like a neck crank. I think it would have actually broken his jaw.
Bro, I would
No.
let my jaw get broken before conceding.
Yeah, you would.
For
yeah.
sure. You know me.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No fights ever. Not even in the street.
One fight all time.
0-7 against my brother growing up.
I'm 1-0 all time. Me, who
Yeah.
didn't want to fight, fighting a kid who also didn't want to fight.
I think I'm 0-0. I don't think I've ever had like a, hey, bro, let's square off.
Outside of your brothers.
I don't think so. That's it. I kicked a kid in the head playing soccer.
Yeah, you told
Yeah, I
me
told you that story. I probably told that on this pod.
That's a great story.
Should I tell it again?
Yeah. Give it the whirl.
So I was 8 years old in year 2, and we were playing soccer on the oval, and this kid kept picking up the ball,
Yeah, he did.
and it was, you know me, bro. Like I'm a freaking lunatic. Like when I play sport,
Hugh is unbearable to be around.
I've
when you
gotten a
play
lot better
soccer.
since I became Christian. I actually have.
Good.
I've actually
Oh,
calmed
finally
down
a positive to
Yeah.
finally something
you
good.
might try to stop talking me out of it now, bro. I definitely still have my moments, but I'm definitely a lot better, which is really good. It only took God.
Dude, this guy's a lunatic during soccer.
It only took a guy who can raise himself from the dead to calm me down.
Dude, do you know how many times we'd leave soccer and then you'd send me a video like that night and I'd be like, I'm not talking to him.
Oh, legit?
Yeah.
Oh, far out.
I need to sleep it off.
I think it's just a lot of tension. It's definitely calmed down the soccer sessions with the boys. But anyways, yeah, when I was 8.
I'm playing next week, by the way.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, bro.
Mad,
I'm
bro.
back. I'm back.
Bro, the field like packs out now. There's like this group of kids are probably like 17 or something. They're playing there. They play for like 4 hours or something. And there's a bunch of Latinos who rock up too.
The Latinos were always there, though.
They call me Paul Scholes. Hey, Scholes! Pass it to Scholes!
Why don't we go back to playing down the road then, if it gets packed out?
Maybe. Yeah, we might end up doing that. But sometimes, like, I don't know, just a lot of people like trickle in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and sometimes we only got like 6 or 7 players. But,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, so I'm like 8 years old, playing soccer at school, just a recess. And this kid keeps picking up the ball. It's like, dude, we're playing soccer, we're not playing rugby. So he kept doing it. And then one time he bent down to pick it up, and he was right next to me. So I pushed him over, and then he was laying on his side on the ground, and I just swung my foot like at his head.
Randy Orton punt to the dome.
Yeah, like Joe Hart goal kick. Like really got underneath it. And when my foot was like 5 or 10 centimeters from his face, I was like, I was thinking this is a bad idea. But my momentum of my leg kept going.
Yeah.
And I was wearing those black school shoes with like the outer rim.
Oh, the
on
private
the bottom.
school private school shoes.
I don't know if they were, sort of like they look like an office shoe. You know what I mean?
It's like those dress shoes you get from athletes' foot. And they're like, no, it's a sneaker.
It's a sneaker.
But it looks like a
it's
dress
got like a
shoe.
squared toe.
Yeah, but it looks like a dress shoe.
Remember the ads they used to have for them?
Yeah.
It would be like, dude, they'd have like a rugby player like stepping in it. Like they got springs in them or something. It's like, dude, they're lame.
It's like,
They're lame. They're not cool.
and he's about to blow out his Achilles.
Yeah, so
I got talked into that in year 7. I went to a Catholic school,
yeah.
and they sold me hard on those runner school shoes.
Just on the what are they, Junners?
Yeah, like, fuck, I don't know what they're called. And then my mum was like, we also got to get normal runners. I was like, nah.
No, I'm running the cross country in the blacks.
Got the blacks, dude. Dude, and then they made us polish them for school.
Oh yeah, I remember
And
that.
I never did it, so I coloured it in Sharpie. And then I got a detention for
That's prison.
defacing school property.
But they're your shoes.
Exactly.
They just. That's a smart, innovative thing to do.
Yeah, they don't want that in the education system.
Did they? Could you even tell that you did it?
Nah.
How did they find out?
I bragged about it to everyone.
Well, there you go. Your mouse will get you in trouble.
Don't
That's
I
what the
know
mafia
it?
says.
Don't I know it?
Don't we all know it, bro? Mouse very dangerous.
I never learned, brother. I never
I know.
learned.
It's got 2 gates on it too, the teeth and the lips. Still gets through. Anyway, so I kicked this kid in the head, and he had a black eye for like a week. And I didn't get a detention.
Really?
I don't know how. I remember seeing, because I kicked him in the head, and then I was just, when you go into shock, like you're about to get in like deep trouble.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I just basically, is that attempted murder? Kicking a kid in the head as hard as you can?
Yeah, but because you're like you're 8, you get away with it.
Yeah, you don't have like the leg drive.
Yeah.
Like I could probably only like leg extension like 10 kilos at that age.
Just the machine.
I still remember the 2 teachers coming back, from getting told about it, and I was like, oh, I'm done here. But I just didn't get in trouble. So, yeah.
Do you think sometimes if like they know the kid's just a complete dipshit, they'll just be like,
I think that was probably what happened, because there was obviously a teacher on supervision, like a teacher watching,
yeah.
and they would have seen it.
Yeah,
You know?
sometimes as an adult, you're like, yeah, that kid got that coming. That kid's a...
Yeah, and like, if I'm being a nonce, I'd rather get kicked in the head for it by an 8-year-old than when I'm 28 and get kicked in the head by like a 30-year-old on the street
and die.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when I was coaching cricket, you'd see just like kids in the other team. You could see they were just fucking little dickheads.
Yeah.
And then you'd
They
watch
needed
them
an
like,
attitude adjustment.
yeah, and then you'd watch them just get hit in the nuts or something. You'd be like, yes,
Yeah.
deserve that. Shut your mouth.
There's always a way. Justice always finds a way.
Yeah, bro.
I remember playing, I used to play, not futsal. I played futsal as well, but we played this thing called, it was indoor soccer. It was soccer on a indoor cricket pitch. Did you ever play that?
Yeah.
it was like crazy because the ball would never go out. So it would just be like 6-minute quarters.
I played that like 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, indoor sports, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was playing, it's probably like 12 years old. And I remember this guy went to like volley the ball, but he wasn't the quickest guy. And I kind of like flicked the ball away from him in midair. But he kept swinging his leg, and he just freaking like roundhouse kicked me in the stomach. So I was like, oh, jeez. So I curled over for, until I recovered. Then a couple minutes later, the ball comes to me, and he's coming at me. So I just clear the ball, full like volley it into his gut. And he like curls over, and he walked off the pitch. Couldn't continue.
That's funny. Dude, did you ever try and fight your dad?
Nah, bro. Me and my brothers used to wrestle my dad in the study. We were all getting the carpet and like wrestle him, rough him up. You know what I mean? But no, I never fought. Did you ever fight your dad?
I tried once.
What, like today? The other week?
Nah, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Nah. I was like 7 or 8 as well.
Yeah.
And he was yelling at me about something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think I was like angry crying. And I remember my dad turned around. And dude,
Yeah.
my dad's like 5'6", just stocky Italian.
Yeah.
Still like, he's got a gut, but his ab outline is still there from like his 20s. Like,
yeah, your dad is Joe Pesci.
yeah, bro.
He's full Joe Pesci. Wait, what am I? Funny to you, huh?
And so he's just a muscly guy.
Yeah.
He's a very muscly guy. And I don't know why I was crying. And I turned around, I punched him in the shoulder. And just, as I made contact, I realized he just did nothing. And he just turned around and just stared at me.
Yeah.
And I just immediately started crying for my mom.
Oh.
Mom! And then I think he started calling me like a bitch.
Yeah,
He's like,
as you were.
Like calling your mother. What are you? Need your mother to protect you all the time, huh?
Oh, that's funny, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Trying to fight your dad is so funny as well. Just someone who's made so many sacrifices for your life to be half decent. Fuck you!
You're literally life because of him.
Yeah.
He's working like 60-hour weeks. What is your dad, like a concreter or something?
Renderer.
Wrecked knees.
Yeah. He's had
Put food on the
he's
table.
had knee reconstruction on both knees. Dude, I remember this was making me laugh because I was just thinking about funny. My dad was making me laugh the other day. I was thinking of like funny dad stories.
Yeah.
When I used to play cricket, my dad would drive me to every game.
Yeah.
Dude, games were at 8:20 a.m.
Yeah.
5 minutes from the house.
Oh, wow.
6:30, my dad would wake me like,
Get your carbs in, mate.
yeah. Have your Weet-Bix. As well, like the night before, he'd come in the night before, like, he goes to bed at like 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
He gets up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'd be playing like FIFA or COD or something. He'd be like, you better have a good sleep. You gotta perform tomorrow. Now I realize I think this dude had just had nothing else going on in his life, and just my cricket career was
No, he
like,
cared about you, bro.
yeah, that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
And dude, I couldn't bat. I could
You're a
never.
spin bowler, yeah?
I was a spin bowler. Could not. I always batted 11.
Yeah.
I was shit. I think my.
You're the Nathan Lyon of the team.
Yeah, dude. I think I played for 10 years, and my highest score ever was like 20.
Oh,
It
wow.
was bad. Like,
Yeah, okay.
And then I wasn't even that good at bowling. But yeah, one day.
Your best was like 3 wickets for 60 or something.
No, dude. I was like 3 weeks in a row. I'd go like 0 for 60 or 4 overs,
Oh,
and then I'd take like 5 for 13.
Oh, wow.
And then they'd be like, Niggs is good. Niggs is really good. And then they'd put me up a team. I'd just do shit.
Just no consistency.
Yeah, and it was never my fault I was getting dropped either. I was always crying about it.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
yeah.
right.
I was that type of. I was annoying.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's like under 16s. For some reason, like, you know what I used to do? The coach would always pick the first 4 batsmen,
Yeah.
and then he'd just like fuck off.
What do you mean?
He'd just go talk to the parents, like relax.
Like this on game day?
Yeah. So the game would start,
Yeah.
and then he would start at the ground, but he'd just be talking shit with his mates,
Yeah.
the parents, because they've all known each other for 40 years. These guys,
Yeah.
and we'd lose a wicket, and he wouldn't tell anyone to like pad up. So I just put my pads on. Like, Will, I've already got my pads on.
And you go out, bat at 4,
Yeah.
facing the pace.
Facing and like scared.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I think I was trying to impress my dad.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, one day I go out, and
Yeah.
hit the first 4 balls I faced for 4.
Wow.
And I was like, holy shit,
Wow.
I'm
You're-
on today.
You're like, I can bat.
Yeah.
Now I can bat.
I think it was like my high score at the time.
Wow, okay. That's sick.
Yeah. And then I've hit 4 balls in a row for 4. I don't have the mental capacity to be like, all right, now just slow down.
Settle
like,
in.
It's not going to be this easy
Defensive
the whole time.
shots.
Next ball's a very good ball.
Yeah.
I just like run down the wicket, try to hit it there. It somehow goes there.
Yeah.
And the kid takes the easiest catch. Like, dude, for a kid in under 16s to catch a cricket ball, it had to be so easy to fucking catch.
Yeah.
And I didn't even care. I was like, I made fucking 16.
I made
Like,
16
that
runs
was
off
sick.
4.
Everyone was like, oh, that was sick.
Yeah.
And after the game, so like 3 hours later, I get to the car,
Yeah.
which my dad would never get out and talk to anyone. He'd just sit in the car and watch. I get in the car.
That's classic. But Eddie would never read or anything. Just be watching.
He'd just be watching, dude. Loves it. Love it, the game, bro.
Yeah.
He loves cricket. My dad fucking loves cricket.
Yeah.
I get in the car and I'm like, you see me hit 4 fours in a row?
Yeah.
He's just hand on the wheel, backing out. Just, you know, you should have made 50 today. Right? You know that. You know, I'm like, I did pretty good though. I got my highest score.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, if you had your head screwed on straight, you could be like a solid number 6 batsman for this team. like doing the analytical breakdown of like what a number 6's role is. And he's just so disappointed in me as the driver. And then I went, and then my mum was like, "How's cricket?" I was like, "Good, I hit 4 fours in a row."
Yeah.
My mum has no idea what that means. She's like, "That's great,
That's great. Good
sweetheart."
on. She's just excited. You're excited.
Yeah, yeah. And then my dad's looking at me again, like, "Yeah, go to your
Yeah.
mother."
Good on you. That's funny.
Dad's being disappointed is so funny.
He's just watching you playing in his head. It's like, dun, 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 dun. Like the Channel 9 freaking cricket music.
Dude, that's how angry he was like 3 hours later. So imagine when I got out, how he was
Oh,
feeling.
he would have been cut.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Because he was probably like, my son can bat.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was like, finally, he's batting.
I think it was that.
Was it like that? Like, finally, freaking
Finally, he's made it.
finally
some
hit a
runs.
boundary. Good
He's
on you,
finally
Anthony.
doing something.
Yeah. Yeah, dads are like that. You really, yeah.
I remember I'd be talking about that. Because I've always been a tiny guy.
Yeah.
I was never strong enough to like hit a 6. And I was like, Dad, how do I do it? Like, what's the technique to hit a 6? Just fucking hit it, mate.
What are you thinking about it for? Swing your bat and hit it.
Just fucking hit it.
You're like, yeah, that's true. That's good advice. I remember I used to play like a little bit of touch footy, like touch rugby league,
Yeah.
and it was like my first season, and I used to play soccer like heaps growing up, and my dad doesn't care about soccer.
Yeah.
So I started playing touch footy, and my dad's like a rugby league fan. So he told me like what a dummy pass is.
Yeah.
He's like, so what you do is like you pretend to pass the ball, and then you don't. And I was like, it blew my mind. I'm like 7 years old. I'm like, you could pretend to do something and not do it. And then I remember I did it and it worked. I was like, dude, my dad's a genius.
That's another classic. Like your dad telling you the most simplest thing, and you're like, bro, my dad, so smart.
And then I remember I kept trying it. And everyone knew I kept just got a dummy every time.
Dude, I had that with my mum. Swimming carnival.
Yeah.
I'm packing my bag for swimming carnival.
Yeah.
And she goes, put your towel on top of your clothes because you're going to use your towel first. And I was like, that's so true.
Oh, this woman's super smart.
She knows everything. My mum's the best.
Yeah.
My mum knows everything. And even like when you're putting a jumper on over a long sleeve jumper, like
Grab the sleeve.
grab the sleeve.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
a classic.
Oof, dude, what a lesson.
Or don't put a Band-Aid on right before you get in the shower.
Yeah.
I remember my mum telling me that. And my mum had been like a nurse for like 30 years at that point. She's telling me that. I'm like, this idiot. What difference does it make? I put the Band-Aid on, get in the shower, it comes off. I'm like, far out. I felt humbled.
Yeah, you
It's
don't,
like, wow,
you,
I've
don't
been humbled.
you don't understand that as a kid.
No, you don't understand that they're telling you stuff with like 13 times your life experience
Yeah.
value, and you just think it's so weird.
I don't know.
Like your little ego.
Yeah.
I wonder when you start developing an ego.
My kid ego was huge.
I think mine was as well.
I just assumed whenever someone was telling me to do anything, it's because they thought I wasn't capable of doing it myself.
yeah.
Like, you think I didn't know that? Even if I did know it.
Yeah.
Didn't know it. Think I didn't know that? Like, dude, I was the kid. Oh, this is fun. I'm so ashamed of myself for this.
Yeah.
I was the kid that whenever someone was struggling to read out loud in class, I'd finish the sentence for them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
I used to kind of do something like that. I remember, man, I was maybe like year 4. Some guy said an answer for like a question, and I just go, no. And then I found out like 2 minutes later I was wrong, and that kid was right.
Oh, man.
Dude, I was so embarrassed. I was like, let me just shrink away in this chair. I'm not gonna answer a question for the next semester.
Dude, in grade 5, I staged a coup against my teacher.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I was, dude, I'm a classic underachiever.
yeah.
Like in primary school, I was one of those like gifted kids. Like I got sent to all those gifted kid programs where
Yeah.
like, they made you do smart shit.
Yeah.
So I was like the smartest in the class all the time.
Mm.
And if anyone else was smart, fuck, I hated them.
Yeah,
them.
right.
But yeah, one
Rivalry.
day, yeah, teachers describing something. It was like to do with space.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh no, do you know what it was? It was calculating how many people are in the audience at a game, a sports game.
Oh wow. Okay.
And she was teaching us how to do it because before you could scan tickets, there was a way.
Yeah.
And I just went, nah, like that way is dumb. This way is way better that I'm thinking of. And I just wouldn't shut up about it. And she went, and then like people in the class were agreeing with me because I think like, just whatever. And the teacher's like, all right, how about I'm going to stay in here and try to work it out my way. Everyone who wants to go with Anthony go in the other room and try and work it out his way. And
Ooh.
people came with me, dude.
The mutineers.
The mutineers came
Yeah.
with me.
Wow.
And then, dude, could not have been more incorrect.
You're just way off.
Way off.
You're like just the MCG on like a preliminary final. You said like 3K.
Yeah. It was, dude, could not have been, like, it wasn't even the answer was wrong. Like, my formula was completely wrong.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a bad feeling. The teacher being like, you were wrong.
She full said that to you.
She let me have it.
Far out.
Yeah. She rubbed it in.
I just thought of another one. This wasn't even that like embarrassing for me, but I remember I had a watch in I think my mum gave me a watch or something when I was in year 2.
Mm.
And before I got the watch, this one day I asked my brother. Actually, no, I had the watch, and then people kept asking me the time. So I told my older brother, I'm like, people keep asking me the time. He's like, just tell them it's time to get a watch. So I'm like, oh, that's funny. I'm like, that's funny as. Let me say that. So someone, hey Hugh, what's the time? I'm like, got this line that I've like loaded up. I'm like, time to get a watch. And then the teacher hears it, and the teacher goes, yeah, Hugh's right. You should all get watches. Hugh's like, and she starts like propping me up as like this example of like a model student. When in reality, I got a watch that I didn't pay for. My mum gave it to me. I don't think it was my idea to get the watch. And then I said some snarky comment, which wasn't helpful to my fellow peer.
Because you most likely couldn't read the time.
No, I could read the time. I was just sick of people asking me the
right.
time.
Yeah.
I feel like they were just asking me that. Why does an 8-year-old need to know the time? What are they doing? They're getting told everywhere where to be at every time. They don't need to know, like, what are they going to miss?
They
Like,
don't even
there's-
need to be told. They collected.
yeah,
and
were they going to
told.
miss their Zoom meeting? Like, job interview, bro? You're 8.
Time for my gummy.
time. Yeah. Oh, my Tamagotchi needs to be fed.
The only time I knew as a kid was 6 o'clock Simpsons.
Yeah.
Me and my sister would be at the dinner
It's
table.
6:30 Futurama.
Yeah. Me and my sister would be at the dinner table. The news would end. We go, 6 o'clock Simpsons, and we just run to the playroom.
That I remember that because we had this TV cabinet, which had it had like glass doors at the bottom,
Yeah.
and we used to have like a fireplace in the living room. So what you would do was, because the fireplace is slightly elevated, you'd run into the room, run along the outskirts of the fireplace, and then jump on the beanbags with like booty first and like
Yeah.
land, boom, and then you're in position to watch the TV. So I do that one day, and the beanbags are like too close to the TV cabinet. So I run along the outskirts of as the Simpsons are starting, like the theme song, run along the fireplace, jump in the air, I miscalculate it, I land near side of the beanbags, and I just slide into the glass cabinet and break it. And my parents went home, so I'm just sitting there. I think I sat on that beanbag for like 2-3 hours because I didn't want to like reveal the evidence of what I'd broken. And I only broke, it was 2 doors. I only broke 1 door. So the cabinet just had 1 glass door blocking half of it for ages.
Dude, once I broke my mum's vase playing Spider-Man, which just entailed running around the house and going, psst, psst.
Were you like dressed as Spider-Man?
Yeah,
or something?
of course.
Of course, of course.
Of course. And I broke a vase somehow.
Yeah.
And then and my mum was at work. She comes home. It's like, did you break my vase? I'm like, no. It's like, how'd it break then? Like, it just fell. It just fell. That was my excuse. Like, it just fell.
It's like blue tacked to the table, like bolted on.
Yeah, bro. That's an excuse for it. Oh, once we had this really nice antique marble table that I think was like a lot of money,
Oh no.
and I just nice little Hot Wheels track,
Yeah.
scratched the fucking thing up.
Oh,
And I remember my sister.
it's like keying a car.
Yeah, dude. I remember my sister seeing, going, oh, calls mum, snitches me out, and then, dude, I think that was the closest I ever got to actually getting the belt.
Oh wow.
My dad always threatened the belt.
Yeah. Would he ever take it off?
Yeah.
He'd
All the
take
time.
it, take out the belt.
Yeah. And then every time I was like, you're lucky. You're lucky I'm not doing this. And then I think, I don't know, this might have been planned by my parents. I was bare ass in the family room. My dad's got the belt just going like, look what I have to do now. Like doing that. And then my mum came running into the room.
Yeah.
No, don't hit my baby.
But it sounds like a scene in Django, bro. Django Unchained, the whipping scene.
And then my dad did the, you're lucky your mum came to save you. But I think they might have orchestrated that.
She's like round the corner. They practiced blocking, like it was a play.
But I think, thinking back now, I reckon they would have orchestrated it.
Yeah.
'Cause as a kid, you don't.
Orchestrated fear.
Yeah, as a kid, you don't understand that your parents are on the same side.
Yeah, and you're also so like terrified when you get in trouble
Yeah,
because it's such like a like this.
it's the end of the world.
It
is the end of the world.
It's completely terrifying. I'm in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you remember just like with the story you just told, just breaking something and waiting for them to get home?
I remember my mum had this. My mum likes she likes cherubs. You know, like the little babies, like
Oh
little
yeah.
cherub things. She had like this little cherub statue thing in the dining room. And I think I was playing with my brother or something, and I was picking up like the dining chair and sort of like waving it about, like the legs in the air. And it was just my brothers and my dad was home. My mum was out, and I like full smacked the cherub thing, knocked it over, broke it, and yeah, I just felt so bad, and I got sent to my room. And I remember I was just like playing Hot Wheels or something in my room, and I heard my mum come home, and then she just came and like sat at the end of my bed and just like told me how disappointed she was. I felt so bad, bro.
That's the worst
I
feeling.
felt so bad.
Oh, dude, once I don't know what I did, But instead of sending me to my room, my dad sent me to the garage.
That's actually a good punishment.
He sent me to the garage.
Because your room's got toys and stuff in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Garage is like normally like dark and like
Yeah,
scary.
yeah, the light wasn't allowed to be on. I was sitting in the garage in the dark, and from the garage you could get under the house. And the way my dad always stopped me from getting on the house was he was like, "There's giant spiders, like the Harry Potter spiders, live there," so I would never go under. And so I somehow thought because the lights are off, the spider's gonna come into the garage and fucking eat me. So I'm
you're
terrified. And in the garage was just Mum's car, Render, and my dad's home gym. My dad had like a home gym of like
cold,
shitty
rusty,
shit. So yeah,
iron weights.
I'm sitting on a leg press. Which, dude, when you're a kid is like, it's just hard steel. It's like, yeah,
scary. You don't know what it is.
yeah. And it's all dusty.
Yeah.
I started drawing love hearts in the dust.
Like you're in prison.
Yeah, bro.
You start like drawing like the prison line where they're
Yeah.
counting the days, like the 4 dashes with the cross through it.
It was love hearts to my dad to show like, it was like an apology, like, I love you.
He's probably leg pressing like the next day, like my freaking fat, like my little gay kid, dude.
He came down probably like 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
It felt like it forever. I was in the hole. Dude, I got sent to the hole.
You're singing like prison songs.
He comes down and I'm like crying and he goes, "Oh," I think he's saying I graffitied his gym equipment. So I was saying I graffitied his gym equipment and I had to stay down there another 10 minutes. It's so funny. And do you know what's so funny as well? Like people always go like, how can you send an 8-year-old to their room? That's
Yeah.
a child. Yeah, you know how fed up you have to be with a kid to be like, you're going in the garage.
Yeah. Do you remember what you
It
did?
is dangerous. I don't remember what I did.
Yeah, I never got sent to the garage.
That was a brutal one, bro. Against in the garage. And then the next threat after that, which was you got to sleep in the car. He loved that one.
You gotta
I'll make you
sleep in the car.
He loved that threat.
That's actually terrifying.
Yeah, dude.
That's scary. That's like Wolf Creek style.
Yeah. Dude, I remember the day I realized my mum was the parent to be feared and not my dad.
Yeah.
Because it was always, when dad gets home, it was always that. So it was always, and my mum was always the one who protected me, even though my dad never did anything. He's like the nicest guy.
Mm.
And one day I forgot what I did. I was like little, dude, and my mum just went fucking whack
Across the face.
across the face, bro. I think,
she like jewel slapped you.
yeah, I think
She,
I
like,
acted. I
challenged you
think
to
I was
a
acting
duel.
up at like a family gathering,
Oh wow.
which is don't go against the family, bro.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And when I got home, my mum just got fucking whacked. And my dad
Yeah.
walked in and I went, "Oh no, now dad's coming."
Dad's gonna hit me in the other cheek.
And he just looked at me and goes, "Fuck, she got you good, didn't she?" Dude, speaking of my mum, I gotta tell you this. I was just talking to her. Let me get up the text I sent to my sister. I think I've told you, all me and my sister do is just bully my mum.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So my sister sent photos from not the Parthenon. What's the one in Italy? The church?
The Santa Monica Pier.
What? How am I blanking on the
Papagino's.
Papagino's? Yeah,
Lygon Street, bro.
that's where it was. She was on. She's there.
She's
over
on
there.
Lygon
The
Street
Pantheon.
in Tuscany.
She sent me a photo out front of the Pantheon.
Yeah. What's the Pantheon?
It's an old church, bro.
Oh, okay.
Really
right.
old church.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of history to it, that building. And I'm like that's sick. She's at the Pantheon. And then I'm sitting down with my mum.
Obama.
Yeah, so my sister's like sends this photo. She's at the Pantheon. I'm like, Mum, he's like, see, she's at the Pantheon.
Mm.
I was like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, it's like a really historic building. It's like, it's just stone. Who cares? Matter. And then she's showing my sister's itinerary for her trip and like where she's going.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, she's really excited to go to the Louvre.
Is it? That's how you say it, right?
No, it's Louvre.
Oh yeah.
Louvre, yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
My mum's like, Louvre. And I was
Yeah.
roasting her for that.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're being mean. Like, blah, blah, blah. And then she hits me with an all-timer, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's she going next? My mum goes, Versailles. Versailles? Versailles.
Versailles.
And I'm dying.
Because it's Versailles, right?
Yeah. I'm dying, bro.
Yeah, you should know that one, like the Treaty of Versailles.
Yeah. And then her argument was, I never learned about history at school. And I'm like,
Hitting you with the guilt.
the Treaty of Versailles is World War One.
Yeah.
You definitely learned about it. It's in the curriculum. And she's like, it was history. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about history. And I'm like, history is the most interesting thing ever. Like, why would you not pay attention? She's like,
Yeah.
it already happened. Who cares?
That's true.
I can't fault her logic.
That's true.
And I was dying. And I'm just texting my sister in the family group chat, like, are you going to Versailles? Like, spelled it out like that. And my mum's like, yeah, you're a little shit. You know that?
Dude, I remember one time, I still feel bad about this. And I know my mum listens to this podcast, so apologise again. I don't even think I've said sorry. Well, I remember like 10 years ago, it's probably like, maybe longer, when I was like 14 or 15, we're at the beach, and I'm like, I think with my parents, and I'm like pegging rocks, just launching rocks.
Oh, that would have been so fun. At 15?
And I used to play softball too, so I could pretty,
Yeah.
launch it. And my mum starts like, she's like, oh, can you, I think with my dad as well, she's like, oh, can you teach me how to throw the rocks? And she like threw it, but I started laughing at it like a technique. And she got like upset with me. She's like, no one ever taught me how to throw. And I just felt so bad, bro.
Oh.
I felt, I don't know, but I didn't immediately like apologize.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've apologized. So, Mum, if you listen, I apologize.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Man. Those ones hurt.
Yeah. Felt real bad.
I hit my sister with those all the time.
Dude, now I want to like teach my mum how to like throw a rock.
Yeah, that's a sad one.
Yeah. Because now I feel like I'm a better teacher because I've like taught like a good amount of people like at work and stuff, like how to
Yeah.
work in a kitchen and stuff. So like my teaching skills have gone up. So yeah, Mum, next time we're at the beach, if you're listening, I'll teach you how to throw a rock.
I just hit me and my sister my whole life. It's arguments, but it's just for the sake of trying to like just get one over the other person. It's not an actual argument.
Yeah, it's like it's just like fun competitiveness.
Yeah, it's what you had with your brothers. We had verbally.
Yeah, right.
It was just that.
Yeah.
Just trying to piss the other person off.
Yeah.
And anytime I ever couldn't find something, my sister would always hit me with, "What are you, blind?" And then I'd always go, "Yeah, yeah, I am." And then once I hit her with that, she cried.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. And so, dude, she'll still do it. She'll still do
Really?
it. Yeah.
She'll still say, "Are you blind?"
Yeah, she'll just be trying to fuck with me because she forgets I'm blind.
Oh, she just says it like out of a
Yeah, it's not out of...
conversational tick.
Yeah, it's not trying to, like,
Bring up the fact
bring
that you're
up that.
blind.
It's not trying to piss me off in that sense. It's
Yeah.
just trying to make a snarky comment.
Yeah.
And forgetting that, I have a disability. And do I remember once we were like kids and she did that and she started crying about how bad she felt. And I just milked it, dude.
Yeah.
I just milked it. I said I wanted a written apology.
Legit 500 word,
Yeah.
annotated, hyperlinked,
Yeah.
bibliography.
Bibliography. Hyperlinked. Yeah.
Hyperlink, 12 size font,
Yeah.
double spacing. I need room to mark it. Black ink.
Margins. 2 centimeter
2
margins.
centimeter margins.
And I want API referencing.
Yeah. And it better be laminated. Why? It better be.
Oh, man. Good times. Childhood was the best, man.
Funny, isn't it? Because you're like in control. You have like, you're not in control. You like have, you don't have much control over your circumstances, but you're messing up all the time because you got like no life experience and your brain isn't developed.
Yeah. It's so funny watching like adults get upset at kids and get mad at them.
Yeah.
Because like as the adult, I understand why you're upset.
Yeah.
It's annoying having to deal with that.
Yeah.
But also, dude, the kid's got no clue.
No
about
clue.
anything.
Yeah, it's like yelling at a dog.
Yeah.
Like I was like, it's like they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on.
Like your kid's sooking and crying because you're not getting Maccas. It's like that's the biggest part of his day.
It is.
And-
Or the marshmallow with the baby Chino.
Yeah.
Like,
And for you, it's like, oh, another thing I got to do.
yeah.
Like it's kind of crazy. Like put in perspective.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like I don't know. You're just like this tiny person. Yeah,
Just
it's
no idea how the world works.
no clue at all. I'm trying to think of other goofy stuff I did as a kid. Bro, how come on monkey bars?
Nah, I got dacked on the monkey bars.
Oh, you got dacked.
And never again, bro. That was it. I retired from
That
the
would be
monkey
super
bars
scarring.
at the age of 7.
I'm pretty sure dack's a very Australian term. It's when you get your pants pulled down.
Yeah. I got pants and undies.
Oh,
And
that's bad.
My Thomas the Tank Engine undies. Yeah,
You got double exposed.
dude, I basically got whacked, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a mob hit.
Yeah, it was a mob
Straight
hit.
up.
I didn't have friends at my first primary school
Yeah.
because you couldn't be friends with the blind kid.
Yeah, right.
So I used to just sit on these steps like by myself, and I just used to, I think I had like dual Mastercards. I used to fucking play with those.
Well, okay.
And one day,
Bro, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh as well, dude. We'll talk about Yu-Gi-Oh after this story.
okay.
Yeah.
And one day these kids from the year level above,
Yeah.
so it's like, they're big kids,
Yeah.
kind of like, come play with us.
Wow.
And I remember thinking like, this is sus, but I just wanted friends.
Yeah.
So I went, and the kid was like, let's go on the monkey bars, and then he built trust, dude.
Fire.
He's like, let's go on the monkey bars. I'll like support you. Like spotted me on the
This
monkey
guy's
bars.
a dog.
Yeah. And he's like, right, let's go on the Flying Fox, which for Americans is
It's like a zip line.
yeah.
It's like a zip line, but you're not suspended by like a slacky thing. It's like a metal apparatus you hold on to.
Yeah, it's just like hanging a bit of metal you hold onto and you slide across.
Yeah. Do they still build that stuff?
There's one at my local park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
This would have been like, this was a primary school playground that would have been like a meter long. But
Yeah.
as a kid, it was like,
Yeah. Well.
he's like, yeah, I'll push you on the Flying Fox.
Yeah. Pull the pants down.
Pants down, then sent me.
Dog.
And I was like, never again, bro. Never again.
Dog. You're like a flag of shame.
Yeah. And I was like,
That's
no one's ever
terrible.
going to forget about that ever. This is going to be with me for life.
Yeah. It actually still is, bro. I actually know about that before you told me.
When you first met me at Sal's, you're like, is this the guy that was
That's the guy that
dacked
got
on
dacked. Still think that about you, bro. I used to get when I first started working in kitchens when I was like 15, and I won't say the place I worked at, but it was like pretty bogan.
Yeah. Canberra.
Yeah, in Canberra. Canberra's not actually that bogan.
Yeah.
Parts of it are pretty bogan. But the place I worked at was really quite bogan. And I actually got dacked there a few times.
Really?
Yeah, I was like 15, like part of hazing.
Oh.
And I remember the first couple of times I quickly pulled up my pants. But it stopped when someone pulled my pants down. I was just like, yeah, I just kept washing dishes.
Yeah, you got to own it.
Just gotta own it.
Just got to own it.
Just gotta own it.
If I get hazing at the kitchen, that's rough.
Dude, but it was like lovable. I remember one time they made me climb. They had this big like industrial dishwasher, and it was in the corner of the room. And I was like, they told me like I was the only one small enough to like get in it.
Yeah.
So I get in it, and I had to be like, I can't remember. I was sort of in this weird position, and they just came up behind me, like messing with me, like slapping my ass and stuff.
Oh, dude.
But it was, I don't know. It didn't feel like bullying because, like, I don't know. It just felt like stuff that my older brothers would do.
Yeah.
Like it was just kind of fun, and it was like,
might be a good
I just
theory.
laughed.
People who were bullied didn't just have older siblings.
Wait, say again?
Maybe that's like a good theory. Like anyone who claims they've been bullied is just someone who didn't have an older sibling.
Probably, bro. Yeah, I sort of found that. Like, I would, Yeah, because I had two older brothers, and I just talk to people like the way that my brothers talk to me.
Yeah.
And I think I accidentally bullied like a lot of people. Just from like, I'm like, I've been getting bullied my whole childhood. But I don't know, it's just how you talk. Like, that's how older guys talk to younger guys.
Yeah. Dude, and just because I had an older sister who's like the smartest person I've ever met still.
Right, okay, yeah.
So it was just emotional abuse. Just emotional abuse. And dude, she used to make me seethe.
Yeah.
I'd stand there like, you're so annoying! Like that. And then I went to my friend's house in grade prep,
Yeah.
and he had 6 older brothers.
Oh, wow.
And he came in, he's like, I have a guest over so we can play Star Wars. And all his brothers just fucking bashed him. Just belted him. And I was like, holy shit, this is so much worse than what I'm dealing with.
Yeah,
This
dude.
is so much worse.
Yeah, dude.
Because he walked in like all smug. 'Cause obviously, it must have been a rule in their house. Like, if you have guests over, you have the
Yeah.
TV. And
Yeah.
you're like, Mum said because I have a guest over. I have
Making the
TV."
announcement
Yeah.
in his head, it's like the Shrek, like like
Yeah.
the trumpets. The
Like
king
everyone's gonna
arriving.
be like, oh well, I guess yeah.
Accommodate this little wimp.
Yeah, I gotta commentate this 5-year-old wanting to use the TV. And then,
And he's just got multiple dead legs.
yeah,
He's only got 2 legs, but 3 of them are dead.
yeah, and dude, it only stopped because all the brothers were between like 5 and 11.
Yeah.
And there was one 14-year-old. And the only reason the beating stopped was because the 14-year-old was like, hey.
The hierarchy has spoken.
just that one bit, but one
shred of mercy.
just that one shred of like dignity. Like, okay, all right, give it a rest. Like,
calling off the goblins.
yeah, dude, if that brother wasn't there, who knows what would have
He
happened?
probably still would be getting beaten
He'd
up.
still be getting beat up, dude.
26 still getting beaten up
Yeah.
by his mates.
Shout out Davin,
He's dead.
bro.
Shout out to that guy, bro.
Shout out Davin. Haven't spoken to that guy in 19 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, my brother used to I was probably like, he's 6 years older than me, so he probably started drinking when I was like 12,
Yeah.
right?
That's sick. To have an older brother who's drinking. That's
Yeah.
like the coolest thing.
Yeah,
ever.
well, it was pretty cool. But he would come home at like 2 or 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and my room was next to his, so he'd just come into my room and just start punching the blanket that I was underneath.
It's so funny, dude. It's so
It was funny. And I tell some people that they're like, oh my God, that happened to you. I'm like, no, it was pretty funny.
It is
It was
funny.
pretty funny. And one time he, because he started doing, I'm getting older. I started to defend myself a little bit.
Yeah.
So one time I'm like 18 and he came in and we started.
18.
I'm like 18.
That's so old.
Yeah, and he came in.
He's like, what, 23?
Yeah, 24 or something. I think he.
It's my age. What the fuck was this cunt doing?
He's like 24, going out drinking. So
That's ridiculous, bro. At 24.
that's not that crazy. Be drinking at 24.
No, to be beating up your brother.
Dude, we still, when we meet up, we still like wrestling stuff now. And my mum always like yells at us. She'll full give us debriefs. Now, boys, we're here to have a nice family time. Okay. Anyway, so he comes in, and we start wrestling on my bed, and I get him in a headlock, and he picks me up, and like doesn't slam me on the bed, but like chucks me back down on the bed, and my elbow goes through the drywall. And leaves this big hole in the wall.
Dude, everyone with brothers has this story.
Putting a hole in the wall.
Yeah, putting a hole in the wall. You'd go to their house. Oh, that's where Jason fell through the wall. It's like every time.
It's a classic. It's a classic, bro.
Dude, you know,
That's how we had rock wars.
yeah.
We used to throw rocks at each other on the reserve farm house. Bro.
So fucked.
So stupid.
So I never experienced this. It was been fun to experience.
It was, bro. Dude, if I played soccer with my brothers in the backyard, I'm not kidding. If we played that 300 times, 500 times, say it's 300 times, hypothetically, it's probably more. It ended in an injury, me or my middle brother crying 297 times out of those 300. Every time. Dude, I remember one time I was goalkeeping and my brother kicked the ball really hard along the ground and it like took my feet out. And I fell forward. Dude, some bug or spider or something bit my arm, blew up my arm. My arm was swollen for ages. I had to go to the hospital to get injections.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's when I think I was 7 or something.
That's crazy.
It was, I don't know what bit my arm, bro. I remember I had to get an injection in my wrist, in like the middle, halfway up my forearm, and like the crux of my elbow. And it was really traumatic. I was like in hospital, like getting these injections. It was like really traumatic.
Yeah, I got bitten by... I'll tell this and we'll wrap it up because the camera's off as well.
Yeah.
I got bitten by what I assume was a spider. And I went on like the craziest antibiotics. It made me feel like shit for like 3 months.
Yeah.
There's a hole in my leg now. You can see it. See like
Bit of a dent. Oh yeah,
See
true.
that?
Yeah.
That was like a deep hole. I could put my finger in and go up and then push out on the skin from the inside.
What?
It was crazy. And like, dude, I'd be at work and like people would be like, "You alright?" There'd just be blood running down my leg. The thing would bleed. It was all like yellow blood. It was disgusting.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know what bit me, but
If that got kicked now, like say you're playing soccer, would that like flare up or something? Or?
no, it's fine. It's always been fine.
Oh, okay.
It just looks dumb. It's like a little
Yeah, it's
hole.
only if you point it out though.
Yeah, but dude, like that was crazy. I remember like I gave just classic guy. I gave it like 3 weeks before I went to the doctor.
yeah, that is classic guy.
And she was like, "Oh my god, why didn't you come straight away?"
Because I'm
This-
a bloke.
Because this could have gone so badly. It's like, yeah, but I'm not gay.
Yeah, it's just like She'll Be Right.
Yeah.
She'll Be Right's got to have killed so many men
Oh,
through
Definitely.
the years. So much like,
and like
stuff falling off the top of cars or utes.
yeah, or like scaffolds not being set incorrectly.
Yeah.
Dude, my dad's fallen off scaffolds like multiple times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Screw that, bro. People falling off ladders.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Ladders terrifying. I can't go on ladders.
Yeah, that kind of scared me as well, bro.
Yeah. I think. No, I don't. You know when you have a memory but you don't know if it's true or not?
Yeah.
Like, I might just be making this up.
Yeah.
So I won't say it just in case. But yeah, I wasn't scared of ladders.
Mm.
Right. Do you want to end it?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, this is a long one too.
Oh, well.
Hour 20.
That was
Alright.
good, though.
Ciao, ciao.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.